Now what could these possibly be? And something has gone amiss here. There's one missing. Let's see if we can find out who that bandit is. Stay tuned. Hi folks, Cowboy here. Getting ready to make a little sweet treat. Going to make some orange cranberry scones. Now, that's almost like a sweet biscuit of a sort. You can't really call it a biscuit, but some people do call it a biscuit. But you see it a lot in coffee shops, that you'll have a scone with a cup of coffee. So I'm going to show you how we put this together and show you when they're done. So here we go. We're going to start off with 4 cups of flour, all-purpose. Then we're going to use a 1/4 cup to coat our cranberries in. So total is going to be 4 1/4 cups. Then we're going to use a 1/4 cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of baking powder and 2 teaspoons of salt. Along with that, we're going to have some orange zest, and that's going to be about 1 tablespoon, give or take a little. We're going to have 3/4 of a pound of cold unsalted butter. We'll be using 4 eggs that goes into the batter, and then we'll have 1 egg that we will do an egg wash with. Once those are all done and mixed, we're going to add, of course, the heavy cream in with those eggs. And then at the end, we're going to juice these oranges and use some powdered sugar to make an orange glaze. So, let's get started. Okay, we have got the flour in the 4 cups. And now we're going to add the sugar, the salt, 2 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and a tablespoonful of orange zest. So we're going to let that mix together real good, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, we got that mixed together really good. So now we're going to take the 3/4 pound of cold butter. You can see it's cubed. Going to put that in. You heard my oven come off at 400 degrees, which is what we're going to be cooking baking these at. So now we're going to take these and beat these until that butter breaks up and about the size of a pea. So we're going to let that work, and we'll be back and show you the results. Okay, we've got that down to about the size of a pea, maybe a little bit bigger. And now I'm going to take the 4 beaten eggs and the cup of heavy cream and add it in slowly. And you can see that batter doing its thing. All right, we're going to leave. And so here is our cranberries and a 1/4 cup of flour. So you coat these in flour so that they don't sink completely to the bottom. It just helps them to incorporate a little better. So we're going to pour those in. And we're going to let that mix those cranberries. You can see them going. I'm going to give them a little help. Won't be long. All right, you can see that that's mixed really good. Let's unlock it, and there we go. So we'll get that off here in just a second and put it on our floured cutting board. Okay, you can see that we've got that out on the cutting board. I've got it all. Don't want to work it too much. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sort of press it out. And then I'm going to take a rolling pin, and I'm going to roll it out to about 3/4 of an inch. So I'll be back and show you that in just a second. So you can see we've got that out, and we're going to give it a little bit of a roll. I'm going to be using 2 different sizes of round cutters. So we'll roll this out. To about 3/4 of an inch. And I don't know if you saw my video on the cat head biscuits, but all you do is press down. You don't turn and twist, because if you do that, then they will not raise real good. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So let's go around, get these big ones cut. Okay, I'll continue to do that till I get them done. Come back and show you. So we got 9 of these big ones, if you can see them. So let's do some little ones. So we got those all cut. We've got us an egg wash going. Gonna get them all egg washed. Help them brown a little bit better. And now we're gonna put a sprinkle of sugar on them. Okay, let's put that little sprinkle of sugar on them. Alrighty, they are ready to go in the oven. Okay, here they go. And as usual, I'm going to go 25 minutes, and my timer is on. So while that's doing that, we'll juice those oranges, mix it with that powdered sugar. After they've rested for about 15 minutes, then we'll glaze them. So there's lots of different ways to juice oranges, limes, lemons. Of course, thin skin, rub them a little bit. You can see me doing this. But I use this little inexpensive juicer. We've probably had this 15, 20 years. And all you do, and voila. Look at that beautiful fresh juice. So we're going to go ahead and do the other one as well. Be back and mix the sugar. Okay, you can see those came out. Look how beautiful they are. I did the little toothpick test to make sure they were done in the middle, and they are. So we're going to let them cool for 15 minutes. We will put the timer on it. And then we will glaze them. Those look delicious. I wish you could smell them. So, we've got that glaze made. Oh, do you hear that? And that's my 15 minutes. It's telling me it's time to glaze them. So, I just pour it on. You could brush it if you want to, but I love a lot of this. So I just drizzle it all over them. That's why I sort of double what the recipe calls for. And you just juice that orange, add confectionery sugar to get it to the consistency that you want. And then we pour orange glaze all over them. And what happens is, also, what doesn't make it into the top, the bottom will soak up some of that beautiful orange glaze as well. Does that ever look delicious? All right, we'll be right back. Let's give it a taste. All righty, I got myself a little paper towel to put that on so I don't drizzle everywhere. I found me one that I wanted. So let's take a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That looks like that might just pop right off. Oh, look at that. Let's give this crusty top a taste. Just enough sweet. What we love to do with these, sometimes we'll just have them, for breakfast in the morning, but as a dessert, we love to take these, cut them in half just like I did there. Then, put some strawberries on it, and put a scoop of ice cream. So, you've almost got strawberry shortcake. Well, I'm hungry. I'll see you on down the trail. But before, I'm going to tell you what's coming up next. We're going to do some braised short ribs. Of course, that's beef ribs. In an Instapot with some creamy cheese grits and some steamed broccoli. Hope you'll watch that episode as well. See ya on down the trail.